Today I just want to ask you guys, like, how do you guys feel about cancel culture?
Trey's got something.
You starting off with me?
Yeah.
Some things I don't feel like should be taken all the way there. But stuff like what P. Diddy did.
How do you know what they're saying about him is not true? So, like, okay, let's go back to Chris Brown, Rihanna. I understand people make mistakes, but there's some mistakes that you can't come back from.
Tory Lanez, Megan Thee Stallion situation.
So
Do y'all
I'm
agree
free my
with
nigga
that?
Tory. I don't care what they said. He did not shoot that lady. Come on now. Okay, listen. So when the thing happened, so for Tory, when it first happened, and they're like basically how Tory was fucking Meg. I feel like they should cancel BBLs and stuff. That shit get insane. Yes, they should.
Not the nice
Why
ones.
do you think so?
Not the nice one.
Not the nice.
Okay, wait. This is gonna sound. What's a BBL? I don't even know.
The surgery, the
Booty.
butt
Oh,
surgery.
wow.
Welcome to episode of Inferno, the hottest podcast in the world. I'm one of your hosts. My name is Anita.
My name is Naomi Lee.
My name is Trigger.
My name is Emmanuel.
All right, welcome to tonight's live show, you guys. Today I just want to ask you guys, like, how do you guys feel about cancel culture?
Ooh. Trey's got something.
You starting off with me?
Yeah.
Cancel culture. I got my different views about it because, like, people nowadays they just want to cancel somebody off for any little thing. You know what I'm saying? Social media plays a big role in that shit. So some things I don't feel like should be taken all the way there. But stuff like what P. Diddy did, yeah, his ass need to be locked up. So canceling people like that, or canceling somebody that did just like a little something, I don't rock with it. So
Yeah, no, I get
it go
that.
both ways for real.
Yeah, no, for sure, I get that. So, like, with the Diddy situation, is it because there was so much evidence that you decided to be like, he needs to get canceled? Like,
Yeah.
how do you know what they're saying about him is not true?
Evidence.
The evidence? So,
Yeah,
like, okay,
yeah.
let's go back to Chris Brown, Rihanna. Would you have
Okay.
canceled him for that?
I mean, I think you should still. It's not like you should just be like, "That's cool to do," right?
Okay.
Like when there is evidence of things that people have done,
Okay,
It's
there was
like-
evidence, yeah, for sure. He did
right?
beat her
Like
ass.
yeah. So it's like that's not cool to do. But I think that we've lost any sort of empathy for people sometimes. You know, like things happen, but there are certain things where it's like, yeah, you have consequences for your actions, right?
Yeah. What do you feel, Emmanuel?
I feel the same way because everyone deserves a second chance, right? It depends on like what's the reason.
Yeah.
But yeah, I believe everyone deserves
I need
a
the
second
facts.
So you think P. Diddy?
Oh, I never said he was
chance. I mean,
innocent.
also it depends on like what's
Okay,
the reason
okay.
you're getting cancelled, right?
For sure.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
some stuff there is no second chance, right?
Yeah, no, I feel like if it's like, it's like a moral compass. I understand people make mistakes, but there's some mistakes that you can't come back from.
Yeah.
Right,
What
right.
Diddy did, that was like a whole lot of mistakes, so therefore he can't come back from that.
Right.
Yeah.
And like with Chris, the action of was, like fucked up. He shouldn't have did that. But then now, like that more stuff came out and all of this, I kind of understand where he was coming from, if that makes sense. Because I feel like cancel culture is more like a bandwagon. It's like
Right.
once a number of people are going, everybody's like, yeah, let's all attack.
Jump on board.
Yeah, not necessarily that I even care about it, but just because it's what's in. Just so like right now with Drake, he's getting like canceled. Kendrick Lamar song's going off, right? But is it because nobody really likes Drake? Because we were bumping his music, you guys. You can't be fake.
For
Can't
real.
forget that, yeah.
No,
And we've
right.
been heard about all these things before that Kendrick said. The fact that he's a pedophile, he likes underage girls and all of that. It's been said before, but is it because it's cool right now to hate Drake that people are doing it?
No, that's big. No, it's always a trend, really. You know what I'm saying? Some shit happen, and hit social media hard,
Yeah.
and everybody just go
It's
along
just a
with
bandwagon
it,
to it because it's not nothing new that they're saying about
Yeah.
him.
No.
because Drake was the hottest thing on the earth.
Yeah, but then even before Kendrick said what he said, it's always been rumored that Drake likes younger girls.
Oh, yeah.
It has been a rumor for a very long time. But nobody canceled him back then.
Yeah, and I think social media, like, it's so hard to know what is real and what is fake sometimes too. Like, you're so far removed from the circumstance, like they can spin it anyway, like politically, with artists, with whatever. Like, you don't always know what's real, so that's the tricky part. But like things like a trial, or when all these evidence comes up, is like there's a lot more facts
To it,
towards
so,
things,
yeah.
right? But was just someone just said, oh, I saw this person do that, and then they blast it all over.
Right.
Like things get taken out of context too, right? Like you could say something on here and they could spin it around,
Right.
and now like everyone that's seen this could think something of you that you isn't real. So I think there's things that are truth and there's consequences for that thing, but there's also things that just get like twisted. You know?
Yeah, and I feel like everybody's so sensitive.
Yeah.
The only
Super
place,
sensitive.
the only place left, like honestly, the TV shows get canceled left, right, and center for saying certain things or a character being this way. If y'all watch Family Guy,
Yeah, of course.
I know it.
They say anything. They say like the most out of pocket stuff. So why hasn't shows like Family Guy been canceled yet? When they say like they make fun of everybody. Like they don't discriminate on the hate. They make fun of the Jews. They make fun of the blacks. They make fun of like the slaves. They make fun of like everything you could think of.
Right.
They talk about it. So it's like, how come, like, even though it's always been that way, but like, how come that hasn't been canceled based off of like, you know, all of this?
See, I feel like it's the people that's ahead of that company.
Oh, you feel like it's a conspiracy type of
Yeah,
thing?
you got. I don't know. I ain't saying conspiracy, but I'm just saying like whoever head of that company, Family Guy is a huge show,
Yeah.
That's right.
and it bringing a lot of revenue. So whoever got them own that shit, own that company, who gonna touch them? You know the dollar rule the world anyway. So it really depends on like if you got all that money like that, like the Family Guy people got, you're not getting canceled.
Yeah, but I'm saying they get like cancel culture is basically canceling stuff people find offensive, right?
Right.
Which is Family Guy.
But I think social media
Everything.
drives
South Park
it.
too.
Like it's driven by something. So if people aren't putting that out there, like cancel Family Guy, cancel, it maybe just hasn't hit the bandwagon yet for people to cancel.
Or maybe you just can't because they've been doing it for so long that like you kind of expect that type of humor from Family Guy because
you know what you're getting.
Like, everybody just seems like they're tiptoeing around stuff, and since everybody's so sensitive, everybody wants to be politically correct and all of this, that, you know.
So everybody got their reasons for canceling somebody. What would be your reason to cancel somebody?
Well, like I'm a big empathy person. Like I think like everyone has a story. There's things that happen, but I do think there are certain things that are crossed. So I mean, if you murder someone, or like there's certain things that like you do, and it's like, yeah, you can't support that. But it doesn't mean that I don't think people can't change. You know what I mean? I think with cancel culture, it's like once you've done something, you could never come back from that. And I think that's the part that I don't necessarily agree with.
So
who would I cancel? Is that what you're saying?
No, like what would make you cancel somebody?
What would make you cancel somebody?
Well, like I don't know. Like I
You
mean,
gotta tell me. It gotta be some, bro. You can't
like I would never
everything.
just like cancel someone forever. Does that make sense? Like I could be like against something and maybe not as supportive.
You would
regardless of what they do.
Hold on.
No, I'm just saying like people can change. It doesn't mean that what they did was okay and that I agree with it, but I do think that when people do really awful things, sometimes that's like they've hit the rock bottom and something can happen and they can change. Doesn't mean that I would like I'd have boundaries or I'd have thoughts about it, but I'm just saying like to say that humans are only one, like you do something awful and there's people aren't gonna like you. You're gonna live with that anyway. Like you like it's not about social media at that point. Like even before we had social media, pedophiles and murderers, like it's well known. You're on trial, you've done the thing, like you're already gonna live with that shame and guilt, and you know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I wouldn't.
So what if it involves somebody being dead in the process?
It's real fucked up.
Would you justify that, or you just cancel them directly?
I don't justify it. I'm just saying, I'm saying people can change. You know, people can do awful things.
Okay.
And they can change.
So she thinking like Christ, bro.
I'm
not God, so I ain't
Okay, so
thinking like you.
like those are the things that I would be like, I'm done with you. Like I'm not gonna, you know what I mean? Like I wouldn't have my kids around you. I wouldn't like, no.
Okay, so like, do you believe in like, let's say if we were to flip it and go like jail time, death penalty, like, would you believe in some people getting the death penalty?
Yo, shout out Kingsman Entertainment Management for the sponsorship. We appreciate you and we love you, bro.
He helps provide platforms for artists, hosts, and all of that to make their voice heard and be able to express themselves in whatever type of industry that you're in. In that case?
Well, that's like, I mean, that's not something that I really,
but it's kind of like a canceling of somebody's life.
Yeah.
Well, that's like a big cancel.
So I'm just wondering, like you're saying there's always forgiveness. So do you believe that they should even have like a death penalty at all if your belief is for forgiveness?
That's a great question. I've never really thought about that. I think that like I just think there are consequences, and every country and state has different ways of handling things.
Like,
Like,
would you
would
be
I
okay?
kill? Would I kill?
No,
someone?
like, would you be like, let's say you're a judge, you're like, I'm sentencing you to death, and you'd be okay with that?
Well, that is a tricky one for me.
She wouldn't do that.
Who?
She wouldn't do that.
No, that's what I'm asking her. No,
But
like, if
I-
it comes down to like, let's say, because me, I would in certain
Definitely,
circumstances,
for
I really
sure.
would.
Yeah.
Some people don't like when, like, canceling and not coming back. It's like, let me get the facts of you raping and killing little kids or something. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna sit there and be like, okay, you gotta go, and there is no coming back from something like that. It's different if it's like, okay, maybe they killed like an older person. You don't know the circumstance. You don't know what this older person could have did to them and what kind of situation it was. Maybe they were trying to kill them and whatever.
Yeah.
But like, let's say it's like you're a pedophile, you're raping and killing little kids who have like who are innocent.
Absolutely.
Then it's like
That's right.
you're just unprovoked and unhinged, and you gotta go. Like there is
Right.
no coming back from something like that. You know what I mean?
I get it, and I'm not saying like I agree with that stuff. I'm just saying like people have a past. People.
No, I'm
have,
saying like
you know,
you think that there's a chance for them to change and become a better person.
I think a lot of people with some of it is mental illness, and some of it is like they've been through trauma. Like it doesn't make what they're doing okay. I'm just
No,
saying,
I get
like,
what you mean. Like you don't
like-
agree with it, but you also feel like the person has
like you don't know
a
their
chance of
story.
redemption,
Like
right?
yeah, I'm just saying like you don't know like it doesn't make it
I don't
okay.
know.
I mean,
don't give a damn
regardless
about
of the
no story. If
story,
you're doing certain
regardless
things,
of the
there's no
story,
way. Yeah,
if you-
sometimes
yeah.
there's no coming back
What's
from
up?
certain things.
They are.
My question was for you too.
Oh boy.
I'm saying like you empathize for a lot of that, but you know, us as men with morals,
Yeah.
you know, once you cross the boundary with a woman, ain't no way coming back. So I'm saying like, I hate getting nitty like free promo, what you're talking about, but like when he came out with his apology, I was fucked up.
Yeah.
You got empathy for something like that?
I didn't say that. I'm just saying like people do have the ability to change. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that they don't deserve what comes to them for the actions that they made. I'm just saying like people do change, and
Do you think that comes with like punishment, or like sit down time, or you just really think like time changes everything?
no, I think you need to be punished for your actions, and at what level that is based on what you've done.
Girl, for me, it's like a snake always gonna shed its skin, but it's still a snake. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When it come down to stuff like that, I say when it come down to touching on kids,
Yeah, like there's
Like,
certain
that's
things,
just-
yeah.
that's just like that's just some whole other level.
Yeah, there's
you know?
no
So,
changing after that, to
I
be
feel like
honest, to me.
ain't no coming
Yeah,
back.
no, I get what
Yeah.
you mean though. She just means like there is the chance of change, but the concept, whatever happens, so like if they end up getting the death penalty, so be it.
Yeah.
But then she does believe that people do change.
I'm just saying it's possible for people
Yeah.
to do
No, for sure.
awful things and to change. I'm not
No
saying
doubt.
that they shouldn't be canceled or have consequences. I'm just saying it's possible.
I don't believe
Yeah,
people
me-
change.
No, people do
If,
change.
no,
but
I feel like
it
if
depends.
it's
It
within you,
depends
it's
on what
within
you
you.
do.
I feel
Yeah.
like if it's within you, there's certain things. If it's within you, it's within you. It's not gonna leave.
Yeah.
Hey, the Tory Lanez Megan Thee Stallion situation.
Oh yeah, how they cancel him? So
Do y'all
man,
agree
free my
with
nigga
that?
Tory. I don't care what they said.
What?
He did not shoot that lady. Come on now.
Right. What do you think? What do you think? Did he shoot him or no?
I mean, I don't know what happened, but they sentenced to her. So, like, what happened?
From what I heard, okay, listen. So when the thing happened, I'm from Toronto, right? So Tori's from Toronto, and when an artist is from a city, you know, like, let's say like Future or somebody, you hear stuff in the streets about Future before like the rest of the world hears the kind of thing, right? So for Tori, when it first happened, somebody was doing my hair and she was telling me, she's like, girl, I have a man who's friends with da da da, you know how it goes. And they're like basically how Tori was fucking Meg's friend, her best friend, Kelsey. And then Meg started fucking Tori. And then that night, Tori was threatening on telling Kelsey about him and Meg got upset. So her and Tori started going back and forth. And ultimately, it's Kelsey who shot her. And that's basically what happened. But then, like, because the even the trial stuff don't make sense. Kelsey's changing her story. Meg is kind of like, how come you didn't snitch right then and there if it was Tori? You want to say, oh, I was scared, or I was this, or I was that. But it's like, if you really are that traumatized, really that hurt, then why not snitch right away? You know what I mean? And it's like, I don't know. I just think that whole thing is like messed up because even the driver said it wasn't him who had the gun. It was Kelsey who had the gun. and then later on she wants to, like, I feel like when with cases like that, when people flip their stories too much, you can't prosecute the person because now it's like, what's the real truth? And he's telling everybody, I didn't do it. If he really did it, wouldn't he have pleaded guilty and then like got a lesser sentence than 20 freaking years?
I don't know. How do you know?
It was a 10 or 20 or 15,
know,
something like that.
ago,
Yeah, and I feel like they cancel him for like no good reason at that, you know? And like at the end of the day too, Meg was wrong for messing with her best friend's man or like thing or whatever the hell, right? And you can't, sometimes when people react a certain way for getting their feelings hurt, you can't blame them for it because like some people don't know how to handle their emotions. Like if I slap you right now, your reaction may be either fight me or you're gonna cry or whatever. And that's just your reaction. So to Kelsey finding out, that was her reaction and those are the consequences for Meg for doing what she did, you know what I mean? And sometimes you gotta take those consequences on the chin and you know, so be it. Cause then at that point I wouldn't charge Tori. I'd be like, shit, I fucked up. You guys fucked up. I'm still alive. My foot's gonna heal. So let's let it go. You know what I mean? Right. Because it's not like she was completely right in the situation. Yeah, it's dramatic to shoot somebody in the foot, but then it's also like, what did you do to lead them there?
But what if it wasn't the foot?
If it wasn't the foot?
Yeah.
Then it's still, what did you do? Because then again, that's somebody's reaction to you hurting them. If, like I said, if I slapped you right now, if you grabbed the knife and stabbed me, whose fault would that be? Wouldn't you guys be like, well, Anita slapped her, so like she was just defending herself, or that's how she decided to react?
So you would deserve to be stabbed?
I'm not saying I deserve to be stabbed. I'm saying I can't account for your reaction to how what I do to you. I can only like account for myself, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not right that I did and I provoked you and such. In Texas, actually, they have a law. They have a law like when you go to court and stuff. It's called something about passion of the moment. So like it's a situation where like say you walked into your girlfriend cheating and you like beat her up or like beat somebody up or killed somebody in that situation, your sentence will be lesser because any sane human being in that situation of such high emotion will react, you know, in an anger way. And sometimes those are hard to control. Like it's a real thing in Texas where it's like a passion of the moment type of plea where you get lesser time for whatever crime it is. Like, yeah, you're still guilty. You still killed somebody. But then they do understand the fact that your emotions were very high and anybody else would have been like, fuck, man. Like, me too, I want to be pissed off, you know?
How do you guys feel about people being canceled falsely?
We want to thank some of our sponsors, which is Level 3, who gave us this beautiful space. We're so grateful for you to make us look good out here.
Shout out to Level 3. You guys make sure you come check them out. They're open every day.
Even Christmas.
No days off. Make sure you come through Calgary, Alberta.
Falsely, I mean,
Yeah.
Because we hear that many times where people get canceled for and
sure.
after we find out that they were telling the truth.
Yeah.
Right?
no, that's just fucked up.
That's how I don't get so
and
quick
they
to
get-
cancel people.
That's what I mean, though. Like, you don't know people's story of what
Nowadays,
really happened, right?
Yeah, that's why you gotta get to know what's going on. You gotta, but people so quick to just jump on the shit quick
Yeah.
when they hit
That's also
social
the
media. You know?
bandwagon.
And they just go from social media, like, you don't actually know, you haven't had
Do
a
your
conversation,
research.
you know?
Hey, but do y'all know Bill Cosby got canceled, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Bill Cosby.
Bill.
Bill
You know what it
Cosby.
is?
Nah.
You know
Yeah,
what
but
it
that's
is,
but
bro?
he didn't grow up here. Bill.
But Bill Cosby, bro. Like,
He's like a kid. He was on a TV show.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, with children and stuff.
It's like one of the
Who was
first
the-
black
who was
family
TV show?
TV
What was it
shows.
canceled for?
He was canceled for allegedly messing with
Drugging girls,
drugging girls, but
Yeah.
like underage girls
Yeah.
too, right?
Yeah.
underage girls, and all of that. Yeah, and he's like, by the time they caught him, he was so old.
And like canceling somebody like that hurt us because like we grew up watching him.
yeah,
That was one of that's like a father figure, you feel me? So
Yeah, messes
you
with
know when that cancel culture hit that and everything came out about his situation, that was sick.
it hurt.
Yeah, it hurt. But see, I
You
ain't
have to
had no
understand.
empathy for him though, cause what he did was wrong. He messing with underage kids and you drugging girls without their consent. Like that's
It's
not
wrong.
clear. That ain't P at all. You feel me? So
Yeah. Did you hear about R. Kelly?
man, R. Kelly the same
Oh,
damn
yeah.
way.
Did you
And
hear
he a
it?
goat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, but
right.
that's the
Okay.
thing with R. Kelly. I remember when it first happened, everybody's like, cancel R. Kelly. No one listening to his music, but damn, his music was good.
Man.
Goddamn,
Did
it's
you
hard to
cancel
escape
him?
R. Kelly music. Anywhere you go, it's
But
hard to escape it. It's hard to
if you
completely
wrong,
cancel.
If you wrong, you wrong though. So
Yeah.
like, you
Yeah,
gotta
no,
stand
I
on your
get it.
principles.
But do you feel like there's sometimes a double standard, you know?
Double
Like-
standard how?
Well, just sometimes people
Yes.
like, for instance, like that. There's still people that probably still listen to his music just
Yeah.
because they
Yeah.
like
Just
the
'cause
thing.
it's
You know what I
good.
mean?
It's hard
Like,
to
Of course,
escape
yeah,
it.
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Right?
I
Like-
mean,
and they're the same. They did the same thing as someone else did that wasn't as popular or influential.
oh
And,
yeah,
you know, so I don't know.
There's a double standard though.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah,
being
because
canceled.
how come when Chris Brown, like, go back to him, when he beat Rihanna, it came out that she had hit him and spit on him first. Why aren't we canceling her too? Because she put her hands
Nah,
on
for
somebody's
sure.
son.
Yeah. But
You
you,
know?
don't know this. You don't know again. Like you don't know the
Yeah.
story. Like media takes something and spins it, and
Yeah, and I was just like, if anything, we should. They're both toxic for each other. That's why, like, say for Chris, I understood because it's like you guys are in a toxic relationship where this was kind of like the norm for you guys. It wasn't like you were coming home, there was a fork in the sink and you beating her ass. No, it's like this is how you guys fight. You know, so it's kind of
Right.
like how can you cancel something like that if this is how
this is what they do.
Yeah, this is what they
Yeah.
do. This is why you stay out of people's relationships in business. Because you ever seen those relationships? They fight. They fight. Like, they be in the streets. They fighting, you know? Like, fuck him, da-da-da-da. And the next thing you know, they're like all lovey-dovey again.
yeah,
Yeah.
toxic. But I think if you're like a public figure and people are looking up to you, you gotta make
Hold
better
yourself.
choices. You know?
It's hard, though.
Nah,
But like you
so
said, they're
everybody watching
human.
your ass. So
Regardless of
Yeah.
the story, though, do you guys agree that anyone should be cancelled directly, regardless? If you
I have
should they
facts.
be? No, sorry.
The facts.
Yeah, without facts, yeah.
Without facts? No,
Not
not
without
without facts.
facts.
Not
Nah.
without facts.
But sometimes people do get cancelled without like proven
Yeah.
fact,
Facts.
right?
yeah,
that's how the world works, though. You know.
Yeah.
And even those people, when you find out that the facts weren't true, they could never come back from it
Right.
because people have already decided something about them and they can't undecide
Right.
that, right?
Okay, so I got in
100%.
you guys' lives right now with your friend group, let's say, or like people you're not friends with anymore, I guess. What's something that made you like cancel somebody in real life? Like not celebrities, not social media, just like in your life, you're like, ooh, I gotta let this person go. Like not personally, like they like something they did, but not towards you, but just something like they did that you did not agree with. That you're like, oh, gotta go.
That's a good. That's
That's
a
a
good
good
question. bro.
question.
If they don't take accountability of their action.
So if you've seen them in a different situation that did not involve
If they
you,
were-
and they completely did not take accountability,
Right,
you're gonna
right.
look at them and be like, I can't be your friend.
Yeah, right.
Oh, okay. Here's this accountability.
Accountability.
Yeah. Mine was like somebody who don't take care of their kids.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at you sideways. I'm gonna look at you sideways because come on now, like what are we doing? You know,
Right.
like I can't get behind that. I can't get behind somebody who proactively does not take care of their kids. I will cancel you. Because
Yeah.
now it's like I'm condoning what you're doing and that's just
I
not me.
also say if you don't respect your parents, I'm not
Oh.
into that. If you don't respect your
Nah, that's
parents,
big.
no point,
Yeah.
Yeah. Or just respect, right?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
the person you're with,
That's a
whoever.
good
Yeah, respect is a big one.
I'll say, man, it's people out here that don't believe in God.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But I mean, everybody got their own preference.
That's
So
a
whoever,
touchy.
like, if you watching this, like, everybody got their
Yeah.
preference.
You're gonna get
I
canceled.
don't mind. Yeah, I don't want to get canceled. My
Yeah,
damn self.
but you could cancel
But-
for saying that. That's
Yeah,
it.
I could, but I got my preference, just like y'all got y'all preference.
Mm-hmm.
But a girl that don't like pray and stuff like that, believe in God, because
Mm-hmm.
there's some
friends
girls
as
out here
well?
that don't believe in God. Now I can't
Mm-hmm.
lay up with your ass, cause then I'm gonna have demons on my ass. You feel me? So, you feel me? You gotta align with what I align with, at least on that level.
What about you, Naomi?
I guess there's different levels of cancel from this.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying like something you cut
Yeah.
somebody off for that wasn't necessarily done to you, but you seen it and you're like, ugh, I can't even like be there.
Yeah, I just think like mistrust, right? Like when
Oh.
someone shows you who they are, and
Believe
sometimes you just I wouldn't, there's a boundary, like
Yeah.
Okay, let's get a little,
Oh, okay.
what's something you in your head you think, but if you said it out loud, you gonna get canceled.
Oh, you can't go there.
You can say it.
I can't
She's trying to get us
I know,
canceled.
right?
No, like okay, listen. I'll say mine.
Say it.
I can't really get behind. If y'all cancel me, but I said what I said. I can't really get behind the LGBTQ thing.
Okay.
Like when it comes to children and how young they
Yeah.
want to educate kids. about it, I can't get behind that. Because I feel like you let kids watch Superman, they think they're Superman. You let kids watch the Hulk, they think they're the Hulk. They're not at a place to be able to understand and process that information without thinking that they are too, but they're not really. Like, they're letting like 12-year-olds get sex changed, like, you know, and I can't get behind that.
Right.
Because like you're manipulating now kids to fall into whatever system you're trying to make them fall into, when it's not really like that. Let them get to, like, I could say in high school you guys could start throwing in the LGBTQ stuff, but before that, just keep it at the basics. And I don't know, that's just me though.
No, I can see what you mean.
Yeah. As someone who has kids, like, I do think, you know, you feel like you live in a world where you can't have an opinion if it doesn't go with the grain of what everybody else thinks. Like, there's so much pressure to just think how everybody else thinks. And that's a scary place to be, I think. Like, when you can't have a thought that's different.
Yeah.
Like, for you to say, like, oh, I would want someone that loves God or whatever, you know, for you to get canceled for saying that because it's different from what other people think. Like, or for you to say that. I think as having kids, like, the world is already so confusing. And when they're little, like, they're so impressionable. And I was working and someone was telling me, I don't know where it was, but there's a school where there's a little kid that's saying like they're a cat. And the teacher has to now accommodate that this little kid thinks that they're a cat. You know, and it's like, where do you draw the line between their kids? Like, they imagine they have, if just because you see your mom put a dress on and you want to wear a dress, like, they're still just like figuring life out. And so I do think, you know, but again, to say that out loud, sometimes you feel like you can't say that.
Yeah, because people will get offended because they'll be like, oh, you're homophobic. I'm not homophobic. It's just like the facts. Like, you're literally programming kids to fall into a system or push whatever agenda you guys are trying to push. And that's not fair to little kids because they can't process what the hell's going on. And I just feel like they're really pushing the LGBT
people nowadays are scared to opinion themselves because of that. So
so it's a good thing, it's a bad thing, bro, because if you're doing the wrong shit, then
it's
you're
good
gonna
to
get canceled. But
then, if you're doing like, you know, mediocre shit, it's okay because people deserve second chance.
Right. But then you can't even really express yourself. Like, you didn't even want to say that. I ain't want to say who I believe in, but I should because
because
it's authentic.
At the end of the day, it's your opinion and you have your thought process on it. It's just because it's a sensitive topic.
And because it doesn't, like, anyone that doesn't go with the majority, you know, it doesn't. But meanwhile, there's 10 other people that are feeling the same way.
But they're just scared.
Like, I noticed it a lot with COVID. You know, it was interesting and maybe I shouldn't talk about it, but it was interesting to watch, like, people who was like, this is my boy, this is my person. And then the minute there was, like, certain, you know, isolation things and they didn't do what the other person did, they were, like, canceled. Like, I watched people cancel family members and friends when 10 minutes ago, when there wasn't a vaccine, they were their cohort, you know? And so I think it's so easy for people to just, if you don't agree with what they agree in, they just can just cut you out of their life. And I don't understand that. You know?
Like I said, it always comes down to facts at the end of the day, too.
Right.
Definitely.
It's not really freedom of speech, like
to a certain extent. Like, freedom of speech to a certain extent. But then, like, you should be free to say whatever you want to say or whatever. Like, I'll be unhinged sometimes. So.
I even noticed on the street interviews, like, that most people were like, they were more like, be who you are. Like, that was kind of the answers that I got.
Yeah, but it's be you are until it offends somebody.
But a lot of them weren't like, you know, full out cancel.
Cancel.
No. Not on the streets. Well, not who I talk to.
Yeah, but you know, so crazy.
But maybe they were afraid to say it. I don't know. But
they say, like, be who you are, whatever, until you are who you are.
And you get
canceled.
canceled.
So it's like,
but
bro, what's gonna get?
The people you talking to on the street, they was on their word. They stood their ground.
Yeah, all of
them. Their principles for sure.
Yeah, they're saying that now, but then I promise you, get on social media. They hopping on if you had asked them about the Kendrick Lamar thing, I bet you they would have been like, oh, fuck Drake.
You don't know though.
I'm not.
Yeah, like,
who knows? But we in Canada, bro. So y'all love Drake, regardless of what's going on.
Yeah,
some people, but I'm just saying, like, most people hopped on that Kendrick bandwagon because he's what's hot, you know. In any rap beef you see, like, people hop on whichever diss track was better, right? So it's not necessarily who they were before or whatever, but they just hop on it just to hop on it.
But there's also like I was talking to a girl about music, and she was saying like, you know, she feels like she has to like whatever everybody else likes. You know,
Because
like
you don't get canceled?
just like I think people are just put themselves into a box by trying to just stay safe. You know, to not have people not like them or to not, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah. I also feel like with this time, like this day and age,
it's you have to be careful.
it's all about like fitting in, and nobody
Yeah.
knows who they really
It's
are
identity
anymore.
Yeah.
crisis,
Yeah,
bro.
everybody's
Nobody know who they are.
Yeah, everybody's pretending to be something they're not, and like they post on social media because nobody ever posts the bad stuff.
Yeah.
You don't. The ones who do are kind of unhinged because why are you crying to the camera? But you know,
Yeah.
like nobody ever posts like the shitty stuff. Every time you go on Instagram, it's like people on vacations.
It's the
whatever new
highlight
car
reel.
They bought. Yeah. So then everybody's trying to like, you know, one up the other person that they want to feel like they fit into whatever is on there right now. Like, I feel like they should cancel BBLs and stuff because that shit getting
What?
serious. Yes, they should because it's getting hard for
Cancel
the natural
BBL.
girls. Yes, they should.
Not the nice
Why
ones.
do you think though?
Not the nice one.
Not the nice, not the good doctors.
Yeah, the
Why
good
do you
doctors.
think they should cancel her?
Because it's like it's so much pressure you're putting on girls to look a certain way, and literally they're risking their lives just for the look.
Okay, wait. This is gonna sound. What's a BBL? I don't even know.
The surgery, the
Booty.
butt
Oh
surgery.
wow! Wow!
You didn't know
I
that
mean-
was?
I didn't know what that was.
Where have
I
you
never
been?
had one.
You never
Girl.
seen one?
You ain't never seen a girl with a big booty and ant legs?
Yeah.
I guess I wouldn't. I didn't know.
Like, well, you see, like, okay, so
Maybe
wait.
it's real.
You see Nicki Minaj, right?
Yeah. Does that
Yeah.
sound real? I'm just joking.
You know that ain't real. Yeah, that's
And
a
Cardi.
BBL.
I'm just joking.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't
Yeah.
know. Okay, got it.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
got
No,
it.
that's,
I just
oh, you
wanted
didn't
to-
know what the
I wanted
BBL
to be authentic right now. I'm like, I don't know what you. Like,
Oh,
got
okay,
it,
you don't know what the
okay?
word- but you
Yeah,
know what it
I know
is.
what it is.
So
Okay.
just like this a BBL and this a what?
Yeah, I got it.
What? Like just getting your titties done.
Yeah,
Okay, I
breast
got-
implant.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
got it. Okay.
But yeah, no, I feel like with that needs to get
Do
canceled.
you like that?
Do I like what?
Would you ever get one?
No.
You
You're
don't
happy?
agree with that type of stuff?
It's not for me. I think a lot of things people do are out of insecurity.
Of
Right.
course.
You know what I mean? So there's deeper things that doing all those things to your body isn't gonna fix, in my
So,
opinion.
If
Yeah,
you
like the
like,
face. You can't fix
You
the
can't
face.
fix your face.
Not for real.
You
for
could
real.
try though.
And often, and then everyone starts to just look the same.
Yeah.
You know?
Nah, for real.
Yeah.
do,
Yeah, no,
right?
they do. They do.
Like some of the most beautiful women is because men is because there's something unique about them. You know, it's not because they look like everybody else.
Yeah, but the thing is with the BBLs, why I feel like people haven't canceled because most girls believe that guys like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but
But then you
Believe,
guys are
yeah.
saying what
Yeah.
you're saying, but then it's like
What? What am
like
I
you guys
saying?
are saying
You
that you
like
guys
BBL.
would you like a
I
girl
ain't
with a
say I
BBL?
ain't say I like BBL.
No,
I
but
said
you
they
don't.
cool.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna date a girl that got a BBL though.
but you're okay.
Right.
with
Yeah,
it.
but
like
then you're
natural
like
bodies.
that's what I'm saying. Most girls think that guys do like that kind of stuff.
Some do. A lot do.
Yeah, a lot do.
A lot
'cause-
you-
But I don't. I'm from the country. I like my shit goddamn moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just wondering why it hasn't been canceled yet. Why hasn't it been played out yet? You know what I mean? Why is it so popular? Is my thing.
because
I mean,
they're
if
getting
it's-
attention and
Yeah.
people like it.
And it's
Like,
enhancing.
Yeah,
it's
but-
enhancing you. So they ain't gonna.
But then
it's
you
gonna
guys are
keep
saying
going.
you guys don't agree with it. And
I
stuff.
don't
That's
agree with
us,
it.
though.
Is it really
There's a
But
lot
there's
of
a
guys
lot
that
of
do
people
like
that
that.
do.
is
There's
it
a lot of guys that do like
Yeah.
that.
is it really affecting the community though?
Yes.
In what way?
What do you mean in what way?
Nah,
People are
it's-
dying
some-
from it.
That's true. People are dying, but some
Yeah.
men prefer that too, eh?
That's crazy. I feel like that needs to
You
get
prefer that?
canceled.
You like that?
So would
Nah,
you
I
guys
want
cancel the
natural.
BBL
I
thing?
want
If
natural.
you had the choice, would you cancel it?
Nah.
Why?
It look good sometimes.
Trey's always on both. He's like, well,
It look
like,
good,
not
it
for
look
me,
good.
Sometimes,
but-
yeah.
Would you cancel like the BBL thing if
Nah.
you had the chance?
I mean,
to?
if it's a crazy looking ones, yeah, I'll cancel it.
Yeah, me
Oh,
too.
God.
Oh, okay. So
I
it doesn't fit your aesthetic.
Yeah.
If it
Then
look-
you'll cancel
If
it.
it
This is
match,
why
then
the
you
guys
good.
are
If
getting
it's wash-
them.
Eh.
Because look what you guys are saying.
If it matches good.
Yeah, so you guys are expecting a girl to have like a perfect body.
No, it's
Nah.
not expect. It's
That's what's happening. It's the expectations
It's
of men
because they-
that lead most of these women
Yeah.
to do that. Because
Really?
what, like, okay, let's break it down for real. Where are insecurities from? They're from how you feel like others are seeing you, right? And the judgment of others. And you were saying the girls who get the BBLs are insecure and whatnot. So it's because of the opinions of men.
But I think it's still at the end of the day, they still have to like figure themselves out. But it doesn't help when other people are praising them for things.
big butts
Right?
and
It's
whatever.
like you're enough if you do this.
Yeah.
No, but
Right, like-
don't you think sometimes it's because girls want competition between you females?
Yeah, because of the attention from men. And you guys are giving the girlies with the BBLs
Oh, that's
the
true.
attention.
She's
But
not
y'all
wrong.
can just go to the gym and work that.
Exactly.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, but for
Oh,
some
yeah.
people, like let's say I was
Exactly.
skinnier and didn't actually have like right now I could go to gym and get the BBL body. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, okay? But like let's say I was actually like had nothing to work with, nothing to build, nothing to mold. Then it'd be like, okay, the BBL might be the way to go because
that's who
it's,
you
it's
are.
easy to lose weight, but it's hard to gain it. It's harder to gain it than to like lose it, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, how am I gonna make
For
something
me,
out of
yeah.
something I don't got?
But I think things are fads too, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
there was a time where it was all about really, really skinny girls, you know,
It was.
and like everyone was trying to not have a butt and not, like when I
The
was
supermodel
growing up,
look.
yeah, it was like
Yeah.
skinny, and
Yeah.
that was never me, you know. So it's
Mhm.
like there's always gonna be a fad, and if you're that insecure that you have to jump on every fad, that like
yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, I
it's
feel like it just needs
dangerous.
to be canceled. And one of the starting points is the men. I said it.
He
It's
wanna
you guys.
blame
You
us.
guys. Yep, it's you guys.
They're like, we don't.
Y'all should have the confidence to just
It's-
walk
Exactly,
around like
yeah.
how y'all look, cause
Right,
y'all look
right.
beautiful. Like
That's how you
everybody look
are.
beautiful in their own way.
Yeah,
but then
Unless
it's
you
like,
just ugly, you know.
it's like you go somewhere and you see those are the girls that are getting attention. And like, let's say you go out the club all the time. You never get hollered at, but you see the girls with the BBLs getting hollered at. Now, what are you gonna think when you go home, right?
yeah.
Y'all always getting hollered at.
No, that's not true.
Females always getting hollered at.
And also, like, if that's who do you want to attract anyway? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
if,
no,
like,
for sure.
If a guy needs you to change your body for them to like you,
He's
then
not the
he's
one.
not
That's not the
it.
one.
So,
Yeah, but what if you met him after you changed the body?
well, then that's what you attracted. You do all the things, like
Right.
you're gonna attract the person that likes those things.
So
No,
why
sure.
wouldn't you marry a girl with a BBL?
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I would. I'm just lying.
If she had a good heart,
It depends. For me, it depends. What's the reason you got BBL?
Yeah.
What reason?
what other
'Cause
reason is there?
It shows that you're not secure enough.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
who you
So
are.
what's a
Yeah.
good reason to get a BBL? Okay.
Not really. I don't
What-
see
is there
there is
good
any
reason?
good reason. No, I don't.
Yeah.
No, me personally, nah.
I don't.
It just shows like a confidence.
Hmm.
Yeah.
or somebody just be tired. Because I'm
Tired
telling you, I
of
went to the
Lazy.
gym.
Let's go to the gym. Yeah.
I
yeah,
went to.
yeah.
I tried
It's
though.
like,
I
I'm lazy
tried.
Yeah.
I tried. I did try. And I contemplated the BBL, but my fear of pain is more my fear than the gym. You know.
Yeah.
So I had to like weigh it out. But then like it's like I didn't necessarily want it for attention or whatever. It's just because I kind of used to look like that from before. So
Like-
it's kind of trying to get back to
like the instant gratification kind of like.
yeah, because I don't want to work for it. 'Cause
You
I'm
don't work for
tired.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
But you gotta. I mean, you're gonna change. You like everything's
This is
gonna
true.
change. You gotta.
This is true.
You're never gonna be exactly the same forever. So
Right.
Mhm.
then that's the problem. People are trying to be. They're trying to stay the same
Right.
forever, and that's not realistic.
That clock always rolling.
Yeah, everything drops. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
think
That's
that-
true. That's why I think it's it's better built in the gym because at least it's like
Yeah.
your muscles
It's
holding it.
sustainable.
Right.
Yeah,
It's not gonna pop.
Yeah, but
I
like I
agree.
said, it still starts from the man.
So you want to keep blaming them.
I'm still gonna say it. Yep. Take it how you
Look.
want it.
So
Okay. So we're
got
back
it.
to canceling
Cancel?
BBLs, or we're keeping them. What's
nah, we
happening?
keeping BBL.
They're keeping them.
Damn. Okay, so
What? No, hold on. Let me ask y'all
He's got
this.
some.
uh-huh.
What about how y'all feel about guys getting BBL? Because I've been
Guys
seeing this.
getting
I've been seeing.
BBLs?
You ain't hear about that on
Hell
Instagram?
no.
I heard one story.
No, what for? Wait, like
Abs.
abs?
Drake.
Or just
Drake.
abs? Abs? Well, damn.
Nah.
Y'all didn't hear
That's
about
That's
Drake doing that?
crazy.
I don't know.
I heard something
Money
about
Bag
that.
Yo getting surgery on his face.
I heard
Chin.
something about it. See, then it's like, see, when I
So
think
guys
of it
doing
as
that
men,
too, so it go both ways.
Yeah.
no, but I feel like when I think of it as men, I think, I think like they're trying to like, I don't think it's necessary.
See,
for
look,
the
you
girls.
over here stuttering.
No,
and stuff.
trying to get my thoughts
I
together.
think at
man.
the end of the day, if you need to change everything about you, you don't love who you are.
Who you
And
are,
if you
yeah.
don't
Yeah,
love
so
who you are,
insecurity.
then it would be like
Hard for anybody
right,
else to
like,
love
At the
you.
end of the day, for
how's
sure.
anyone gonna love you if you don't
Right.
even love yourself?
Would
Yeah.
getting
You
your teeth
know?
then fall into the same category or no?
I don't know. I mean,
Getting
now
your
you're like,
teeth
Nah.
No.
Cause you just fixing
yeah.
stuff that happened.
Stuff that
Stuff that happens.
It's
Stuff,
just teeth.
it's still your teeth usually, right?
Yeah.
That's still fixing something.
That's what I'm
It's
saying.
still fixing
How-
something.
But like
Why
when
not
you're
come
like,
with your natural
you
teeth?
know
Yeah.
what though? When I was a kid, I had an overbite. My mom put braces on me. Like I didn't.
Yeah, but
you
no,
know,
that's
like, I-
different. That's working with what you
Oh,
already
you're
have.
okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, you
Yeah, I'm
Okay, so
talking
you're
about,
talking
like,
about
veneers.
like dentures or veneers or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Veneers.
That's
Is
a
that the
whole
same?
set of teeth.
That's a whole set of teeth.
That was
Yeah.
not your real teeth.
So like,
What's that?
Like
If you have
veneers.
veneers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Different thing.
We wrapping this up.
Yeah,
but,
we are wrapping it.
I feel like everybody gotta do their research with different things. Everybody gotta,
yeah. So basically,
learn the facts about stuff before you cancel somebody.
mhm.
Really,
And don't be afraid to say your opinion because
Yeah.
Right.
It
Who gonna
matters.
fight you?
right. Stand on what you stand on.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for tuning in with us today. Like, subscribe, tell a friend to tell the haters to watch the podcast.
Mhm.
And we'll catch you guys next time.
We out.
We out.
We did pretty good.
Tell me your guys' names.
Abdullah.
Josiah.
My name's Josh.
My name's Avery.
Brady.
I'm Summer.
I'm Lena.
My name's Alita.
Rob.
Martina.
Ken.
Ken, thank you for being here, Martina and Ken. So, just wondering your guys' thoughts on cancellation culture and if that impacts you or what you think about it.
I don't really think about it. I don't do anything that.
Thoughts on cancellation culture and what do you? Ooh, that's deep. That's deep. That's deep.
So I don't know much about cancel culture, but I would say like it really depends on what it's based on and like what you're getting canceled for. Like I think social media for sure has gotten, above cancel culture a little bit and,
I feel like it's unfair to cancel somebody off of one incident. I feel like there's certain things that happen because of people being uneducated or not knowing what's going on for real. So I feel like people deserve like some sort of explanation before people just go out and cancel them. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy to me.
but I think to some point, like cancel culture, it's acceptable. If someone's doing something wrong, yes, cancel them. But if someone is like, doing something that, is kind of acceptable, then I think it's okay. But I think they've definitely stepped a little too far.
So I mean, we're both actually studying to be social workers right now. We're both in our masters, and at least my personal take is I always have empathy for everyone. So I wonder whether we cancel someone, is that actually going to help someone learn to be better? And so sometimes like my thoughts are, is canceling someone just going to isolate them further? Because I think a lot of times people who have polarized views, that's something that comes to my mind is like, is this actually helping, or are we making the person like more polarized in their views or more like really like on that? So yeah, that's my thoughts.
I love that. And I like that you take the sense of empathy.
Well, yeah, it does depend on the circumstance, but I believe they're allowed the freedom of speech. They are allowed the freedom to think whatever they want, and, everybody has their own opinions on whatever, and you have the choice to believe that or not. You don't have to get upset about what people think. There's a lot of stuff I don't agree with in this world. I shake that off. I live my own life.
I think if you don't like it, don't watch it. Everybody's different. Mind your own. I have a group of friends. We're different from the next group of friends. You want to cancel somebody because you don't like it, it hurts your feelings? Your feelings don't matter. They don't. The world just keeps going around. That's just what it is. So, no, yeah, cancel culture is a joke.
I'm going to take it back to a few years ago.
Okay.
You know why I say that? Because cancel culture didn't really exist a few years ago.
Talk.
You know why I'm going to say that? Because a few years ago, you could say whatever on TV and people just laugh. You could be racist, sexist, you're just being funny. But now comedians have to change the way they talk because it offends people.
You know, and because they know if they say something, they're gonna get canceled. And the cancel culture is fucked up because you're fucking up his bag, bro.
Don't mess with my money. Don't mess with my money.
Don't mess with my money.
Money is important.
I think very similar. I think that when you ask people about where they're coming from, it allows for a conversation to be had, and you can learn more about where you're coming from and also where they're coming from. And I think a lot about how somebody lives shapes the way that they see the world and the way that they understand the world. And so, like, again, coming from a stance of empathy and compassion and understanding that, like, if they have a belief, that's coming from their own worldview. And for a lot of people, like, these opinions that people have aren't as accessible as, you know, the opinion that somebody who is educated and who has had the opportunity to engage with people from different cultures, from different places, from different countries.
Like, the cancel culture should only be applied to people that say really disrespectful shit.
That's what
And I'm talking about, you know that.
You don't have to say, I don't know if I got that.
No, I'm saying, you know that Diddy, bro. Then we could apply the cancel culture. You gotta look at the facts, you know. You can't just apply cancel culture to some, you know, something light.
Yeah, it's
you know, some
situations where
mistake.
it's good.
Situations you gotta, you know. But yeah, that's what I feel.
Making the conversation open is better approach maybe than just kind of like, I don't know, reprimanding somebody for their beliefs and their worldviews. And so just making it a conversation rather than like an absolute no, you're not welcome here because of your beliefs, I think is really important. And just making people feel welcome. Yeah, it's just about a conversation, in my opinion.
It's so easy to cancel people, but it's a lot harder to actually take a step back and understand where they're coming from. And I feel like that's kind of where you guys...
You know what? I think you literally only live once. So let the person be them. Let them, like, you be you. Stay in your own lane. Don't worry about anyone else. And that's really my only opinion on it. Yeah.
I'm easygoing. I listen to anything and everything, so it doesn't impact me at all.
Yeah, but that's good. That's an opinion, right? What do you think?
In general, like when we're talking about like cancel culture, I think it's good depending on like who you're trying to cancel, right? If someone is like, it has like, I mean, we always have freedom of speech, so we're free to say whatever we want to say, but sometimes there's like boundaries where you can like disrespect other like cultures or other or just other people, right? By what you're saying, because sometimes we don't understand the power of our words and how far they carry. As long as like you respect everyone's chain of thought, like how they feel about certain things, then you should just kind of like keep it to yourself almost. Yeah.
See, we all have one life. You got to make sure you live it as good as possible.
Okay, tell me.
Now,
what you say?
imagine you make one mistake.
One mistake? Come on, you can't just make one
And the
mistake.
life's over.
Life's over.
Just like that?
Just one mistake?
Everyone deserves a second chance.
Wow! Just like you rehearsed that. I need a chair.
You're good. It's good. You can jump sometimes.
Yeah,
Hey.